Hey strangers, so I really want to try this out because I'm going out today for my friend's Christmas party, and I thought, you know what, might as well do a fresh impression on this thing right here. This was one of the big splurges I did in my Sephora haul, so depending if I upload this first or the other one first, you'll probably have seen it. But basically the Smooth Operator, it retailed for about so on this one website, because it's not available on Sephora anymore as a gift set because it was a holiday edition, it's retailed for $214.50. I think I got it for about $173, but it was 20% off on top of that. Plus I had a $25 gift card thanks to my brother, and also gift receipt from my sister. So thank y'all. I thought this was a steal because it comes with a full size straightening brush, which I've always wanted to try, and I think the straightening brush on its own is about $165 already. And then it also comes with the dry conditioner, dry shampoo, which I'll do a separate fresh impression with, and then an anti-humidify spray. I'm not sure if we're supposed to use this with that, but I think what I'm going to do today is test out the blow dryer and then test out the hair straightening things. So let's try it out, and keep in mind that the hair blow dryer is a mini one, so it might not have that much power. I'm so glad that you guys aren't seeing my bed right now because it has a bunch of outfits on there, and I'm just like, look, it's messy. I think this was like sold out everywhere online. I had to like go to the store, and then I saw it and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get it. These little booklets here, I guess as like a manual. And then it comes with this, so it like explains how to use it, but I think it's pretty straightforward on how to use it. And then this explains, oh, it's like a little, what you want to call it? Oh, how cute. Step 1, on dry detangled hair. Oh, so my hair's not dry, so let's just blow dry it first. Ooh, I do like that this is a Velcro thingy-majiggy. Bless, it's connected to the cord, because if it wasn't, I would have been like, shit, first world problems, would have fell off. So let me, ooh, safety. AMIKA, I see you. So let's hook this up and see how well it dries. Upon looking at this blow dryer, it does have these functions down here. I don't know if you guys can see that, sorry. Like horrible lighting. But those two little dial, it says 240 volts or 120 volts. I think you can switch it by, yeah, for me, I can just use my nail and kind of move it around, but I'm just going to leave it as is. And then it also has a function here where you can choose either double the strength or single the strength. So let's try double. Okay. I think I'm going to try it with that fan blowy thing that it comes with. It kind of spreads it out a little bit more. So I think I'm gonna blow dry my hair, and then I'll let you guys know how long it took me exactly, and then we'll start with the other stuff. Okay, so my hair is pretty much dry for the most part, which I'm really impressed. That only took like less than 10 minutes in total, just because usually my hair is a lot more wet than this, and my hair is quite thin too, so keep that in mind. But basically, yeah, it dried really well. For a small thing like this, I think it's more prone for like thin hair like myself. I think if you have thick hair, definitely look into the bigger size, but it really does the job, and with this it kind of evenly disperses it around. The only thing is that do be careful when you're using it, especially on the second strength, because when I kept using it, it kind of heated up pretty high. So I would probably suggest do the number 1 first for a thorough, and then later if you want to quicken up the process, put it at the second notch, but don't leave it on there. I also like this function of like, it has this style here where you can put it on a hook, so it's a lot more organized in your room. But so far so good. On dry detangled hair, shake and lightly spray the Shield anti-humidity spray. Ooh. Okay, let's do it up. The Shield. I really hope I don't end up liking it, because if I do, more money into Sephora. Oh, oh my god, it smells so good. It smells like, how do I describe this? It's kind of weird because when I'm spraying it, it kind of feels like I'm putting a spray-on mousse or some shit. But it smells like vanilla. And I have to say, my hair looks pretty damn good. After I sprayed that on, it says step 2, Take a section of hair and slowly guide the Polish Perfection straightening brush from root to tip as you would for a hairbrush. In step 3, we will put it up with this, right? The dry conditioner, yes. To show you guys the brush, the size of it. So this is the full size one. And I really like it so far because the back of it, it's kind of like that matte rubbery feel. So it feels very high quality. And then, ooh, it has like little buttons here. So you can plus, or can you guys see that? So you can plus or minus the temperature, on off button, and then it swivels. Wait, I wonder if this swivels. It should. Oh, stupid. Hey, this don't swivel. But this makes sense, it swivels because, you know, you'd be moving around with it. And then I think the cord is a lot longer than the other one as well. And then it also comes with that Velcro organizer and a safety plug. So let's put this in, and then it doesn't really say to wait for it to heat up or anything. So I'm really curious on how this is going to work. And obviously the cleanup as well. Upon plugging it in, there's this thing flashing that says off, and I think that's so cool. Okay, so let's turn this shit on. Oh! Okay. Very, very nice. Oh, in Beauty and the Beast, that magic mirror. It's kind of like that for me. So this is so fucking cool. Oh my god. So we're gonna leave that. And I think what I like to do is I like to clip my hair up in sections. So we shall do that. To use like, well, I still somewhat use hair straighteners here and there. But I do notice that they're a little bit, I don't know. Like I don't really like clamping two hot rods between my hair. Gonna section off my hair. I'm really curious to see how well the straightening thing holds for if it goes on until tomorrow. That would be really cool if it does. So upon seeing here, it says that it's at 350 right now. And I do feel some heat emitting off the comb, but not to the point where it's like, whoa, I'm kind of scared to put that on. And I think if you touch this, I don't want to test out to see what the max is. For review purposes, let's do it. Watch me break it and not like, oh, at 410 it is blinking. 430. I wonder. I don't think it says, oh, I think 450 is the highest, yep. So I think for my hair safety, I'm just gonna keep it at 350 just to be safe. Okay, let's, ooh. It is switching up the numbers now. It's just showing what the temperature is at right now because I was playing around with it. All right, let's do this. And do brush your hair prior to, whatchamacallit, like detangle it before using this. Kind of hard to say if it's straightening or not because my hair is naturally like wavy-ish straight, you know. But okay. So that's one strand. Can you guys tell a difference? I mean, I think it would have helped if I had like curly natural hair. Upon using this, I do notice that it doesn't smoke up like how a straightener would. It's a lot more softer. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to top notch it a little bit. What I do like too is that like, as I'm, you know how when you're using a hair straightener, you're always like, oh my god, I don't want to like burn my ears. It's not going to happen with this one. I'm going to keep doing this section per section, and then I'll come back and let you guys know my thoughts afterwards. But so far, pretty fun. I'm getting to the last bit, and I do notice like it works a lot better just because I think I have thin ass hair. It works so much better when I just don't do it in sections, and as I'm gripping it down, I'm pulling my hair up. Does that make sense? Like not pulling legit, but just kind of creating a friction between my hair and the heating pad that's inside. But I usually have breakage here, and I think it's nice the fact that as I'm brushing it down, it's literally, making the breakage blend better into my hair. But yeah, it feels really good. It doesn't feel like I'm putting too much heat on, which is great. And the only tricky thing is that when I get to the ends, it's a little bit tricky to, you know, create that nice tension between the hair and the hot plate. But I like it. I really, really like it. Now, I'm really curious to see how long this is going to last and if the spray is necessary to use with the straightening brush, just because I know there are some people who are thinking of just buying the straightening brush as is. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to first see how long this lasts with the products in coherence with it. And then I want to try this out again, but try it out without any product, without any help of the dry conditioner and the prep, you know, just in case you guys want to save a couple bucks and see if it works okay without it. As I'm using this though, I think it's my baby hairs or something, but I do have some like flyaways kind of like chilling up there. But overall, I like the look of my hair. I really do. And the thing is not hot to the point where, again, it has that little guard there. And if I were to check the brush itself, there's no hair straggling around it. And I think I'm just going to do one more round just so you guys can see. So again, just pulling it up and then later bringing it back down. And of course, downtown Toronto, what can I do? At this point, I don't even need background music. Just sirens here and there is fine. But, alright. So, I can turn this off. Yes. And it shows that it is turned off now. Actually, I'm curious. So I did press off, but the bars are still red. So I want to see if... I think I have to hold it, right? Yeah. So you have to hold it. The worst tutorial ever. So to turn it off, hold it until it says off and then leave it to cool. But so far so good. I don't want to say my final thoughts on it yet because I want to straggle this video a little bit longer, but so far so good. But yeah, this is my hair after. Okay. I had my hair straightened for a full day. I admit when I woke up today, it was a little bit wavy, so I just like turned on the hair straightener and then started brushing my hair again. Very easy to use, but I did notice like upon waking up, my hair wasn't as frizzy, and when I straighten my hair with the brush, it doesn't feel as damaging. So I'm really curious on how it's gonna look tomorrow and how well the straightener holds. Hey strangers, so I'm back to finally do my final thoughts on... Oh, Jesus Christ. Really, bitch? I was just gonna laugh at myself for saying finally doing the final clip, but of course, I'm fucking it up. Anyways, I really like the straightening brush and the blow dryer. I've been using it for like the past week and I have no complaints for it. This is just with the blow dryer, and I did give myself like a little hair trim, so because my hair needs a little TLC, but I have to say, you don't need the products to use with the hair straightener. It works good on its own. My only thing is that if you're gonna use it without any of the prep spray and stuff like that, just have some sort of like serum on hand just so you can get rid of like any flyaways. And I do notice that the straightening effect, so I'm not saying that your hair looks blunt straight for the next day, but it does look like you touched up on it, or it looks like you did put some sort of like effort into your hair. It looks more naturally straight the next day, if that makes sense. But very easy to use. Usually when I turn off the brush on its own, I like to cool it before putting it back in the box. But I'm trying to think of if there's any cons for it. As of now, no. I really like it, so I highly recommend that. But the only thing is that if you have thick hair, maybe you won't benefit too much on the blow dryer. You may have to use it a couple more times than I do. But if you have thin, like hair like mine, thin, but lots of it, I think you would really like it. So I definitely approve, and I highly recommend you guys to go purchase it, whether it's the brush on its own or the hair straightener on its own, but it works really well. And as always, I try to post a beauty video and a vlog video, one of each per week. And I also want to know if you guys, like, I'm really curious if you guys want to have some sort of background music into these videos to make it a little bit more entertaining. But I personally like to have no music just because I just find that you guys can hear me better, and I have a very quiet, congested voice, so I just thought that would work best. But I want to hear from you guys whether or not you guys prefer background music behind videos. But anyways, as you guys always know, I like talking to myself. That's not a lie. That's why I always keep straggling. If you like what you see, hit subscribe. Bye. And also, I kept fucking up with these clips, so I had to edit this video like 4 or 5 times. It was very, very irritating. So high props to people who do beauty videos or whatever videos and edit the shit out of them, because it's a lot of work.